The Bible isn't just a book of random stories. It's 66 different books that come together to tell one story. An incredible one. About God's love for us. And now for an amazing story.
Inspired by the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verses 25 to 27.
The Bible is filled with words of wisdom that encourage us to love God, love others, love life. Sometimes Jesus used stories to help people understand how God's truth played out in their lives. And that's what stories can do for you. In the book of Matthew, Jesus tells us, I tell you, do not worry. Look at the birds of the air. They do not plant or gather crops. They don't put away crops in storerooms. But your Father who is in heaven feeds them. Aren't you worth much more than they are? Can you add even 1 hour to your life by worrying? Let's see how this truth plays out in someone's life today. Most of Colin's friends had 1 or 2 siblings, but in his own family, it was just him and mom and dad. They went on cool vacations together.
Wow! It's like we're walking in the air right over the canyon!
Colin's parents cheered him on at every basketball game.
Dribble it, pass it, let's make a basket.
They even had a spare bedroom set up for family gaming sessions of Mario Epic. For a long time, Colin's parents had talked about opening up their home to a kid who needed a family.
Really? That's an awesome idea!
But it just hadn't happened until one day, just before summer basketball camp started.
Colin, all the paperwork cleared. A boy named Elijah is coming to stay with us.
Cool!
He's 9. We're going to turn the game room into a bedroom for him.
Huh. Colin really hadn't thought through that part of it yet.
Oh, how long will he be here?
Well, right now he needs a place for a few weeks, but it could be longer.
How much longer?
It depends on his situation. Actually, we'd like to adopt him.
Colin's mind flooded with questions, but all he could think to say was,
Where will we put the Play Tendo?
In the basement.
That afternoon, Colin helped his dad clear out the room and assemble a new bed.
What's Elijah gonna do during the day?
Well, your mom is taking a leave of absence from work.
They pay her for that?
No, but we'll be fine. Just cut back on the extras.
We're still going to Ocean World next month, right?
Well, maybe a few days at the lake instead.
Oh, I still get basketball camp?
Of course.
And you'll still travel to all my games?
We just don't know yet, Colin. This is new for us, too.
Yeah, well, you gotta choose.
Even though Colin knew he should be excited about Elijah's arrival, he still felt like his whole world was tipping upside down. When Elijah finally arrived with one single duffel bag, he did his best to make the quiet kid feel welcome.
Put this really cool wall hoop in your room. It used to be mine.
Oh,
Wanna shoot some hoops in the driveway?
I don't really play.
That was the most Elijah said all evening before disappearing up to his room immediately after dinner.
He didn't even say goodnight.
I'll go check on him.
Elijah's been through things we can't even imagine, Colin. Give him some time.
Colin flopped down on the couch.
At least things will be normal at camp.
But they weren't.
Johnson, get over here.
Colin hurried over to Coach Winter.
I want you to practice with the second team.
Second team?
We got a deeper bench this year. You'll work your way back up.
Yes, sir.
Colin had been a starter on his team ever since he began playing, and now he just felt like a heavy weight had landed on his stomach, and his playing showed it. Coach called him over at the break.
You okay, Johnson?
Yeah. No. We've got this kid staying. He's my, foster...
Foster brother?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you'll be a great brother.
I don't think he wants to be a brother.
Colin didn't want to look at Coach, so he just dribbled the ball instead.
You know, I moved in with my uncle and aunt after my folks died. I was 10.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a hard year for all of us. Really rough. And I already knew them. Elijah may take a long time to open up, but you gotta just keep reaching out.
I'll try. I just... Everything's upside down. Nothing's working out like I thought.
Coach nodded, and they sat in silence for a moment.
There's a verse that helps me a lot when things aren't making sense. Something Jesus said about the birds. You know, they don't make any plans. They don't know what's gonna happen or how they're gonna eat, but God gives them food anyway. And in God's eyes, we're worth way more than the birds.
So, you think God's got this?
For you, for Elijah, for your whole family. You can be sure of it.
Colin took a deep breath. He couldn't control Elijah or his parents or the fact that there were some really great players on his team, but he could choose to keep going and trust God with the outcome.
Thanks. That helps, I guess.
All right, now get yourself out there on the court. And tomorrow, bring Elijah.
Oh, well, he doesn't play.
You mean he doesn't play yet?
Colin smiled in spite of himself and headed out onto the floor. Now, nothing in his circumstance had changed, but he felt relieved and ready to focus for the first time in days.